Let's use this one and this one tonight, just to change things up. What's up, everybody? JC got traded. Yeah, I heard that. To Washington. All right. Oh, shoot. I should have got my piece of tape before I put gloves on. Here's to seeing if we can make it work. Yep. All right. So, here is our owner list for tonight. Just a reminder to everybody, please, once you know you're done claiming, go ahead and pay for your spots so that I don't have to chase you down. So I'm missing, looks like payments from Sarah Spielman, James Ward, Sean Gallagher, Dale Waters, Brandon Palmer, and one spot for Zach Brenner. I think Zach paid for all his other spots. I think he just forgot Richard Petty in the math, or overlooked him when he was adding up his total. Because he paid exactly the other spots and just left out Petty. So Zach, if you're watching, I'm assuming that's probably what happened, is you probably were adding up and just overlooked Petty completely. So when you get around to that, that's fine. Like I said, at least you paid the others. Mistakes happen. That's no big deal. It is what it is. So here's our duck race lineup, 1 through 25. Duck race is split into 3 groups. We got, first group is Cindric, Rhodes, Briscoe, Christian Rose, Corey LaJoie, Daniel Hemrick. Second group, McMurray, Logano, Josh Williams, Kyle Petty, Matty D, and Michael McDowell. And then the last group, Retzlaff, Herbst, Newman, Sage, Karam, and Todd Gilliland. So, I got 45 seconds, but I need 25 Got the tablet charged. Finally got the charger here and got it charged, and we're back using that again, so that's kind of nice. A little bit easier to see, I think. Bigger screen. All right, good luck, everybody. We got a dinosaur duck in this one. Look at this duck. He's got a almost like a Sherlock Holmes looking hat. We got a bit of a pirate hat. Duck. Mohawk duck. I don't know what she is. Lipstick duck. Bat duck. Darkwing duck. Mohawk duck. Out to the lead with 20 and I think 10 in tow, maybe. Yeah, 20 in second, 10 in third. So 19, 20, and 10. 19 is Scott Dixon. Twenty is Bob Kroger. And 10 is Jerry Sellers. So Scott Dixon. Gonna start a problem. Bob Kroger. I'm just writing names down so that I have it all in one place. And Jerry Sellers. Jerry. All right. So there's our list, just in case anybody wanted to see those together. So congrats, Scott, Bob, and Jerry. I can get this out of the way. So that gave Scott that first group that starts with Cindric and goes down to Hemrick. It gives Bob the second group. And Jerry Sellers the third group. So, good luck, everybody. I'll show you guys the 4 boxes right there. We're getting ready to take the one off the top right now. Let's do this. All right, empty box. This is a bit of a damaged box, too. It really didn't look bad until just here in the last few minutes looking at it. I'm like, man, that box is rough. So, all right, good luck, everybody. We'll kind of run through the base pretty quick because we've been through a lot of these. If you do need your base, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that you're good on base cards for Prizm. We got Tony B. Silver Pulsar. Going to Kurt. 287 of 399. And then we got a Mojo. Matt Mills. Going to Joey Kroger in the unlisted spot. 22 out of 25 for Matt. That's nice. Those Mojos are sharp. National Pride. Sheldon Creed. I miss the opening pack by pack. I prefer doing it this way where you open a pack at a time. I don't particularly love the way we have to do it with Donruss where we got to open, you know, a whole bunch all at once. It's not my favorite way to do it. Thad Moffitt red Prizm goes to Joey. That is 111 of 299. Goodness gracious. Silver Terry Labonte. Pot of gold Busher. I was listening to, I don't know how many people follow it very closely, but I was listening to I think it was the most recent Dale Jr. download, and Jr. was talking about, you know, the addition of Chicagoland next year. He said, you know, we've added Chicagoland, taken away the Chicago street course, added San Diego, taken away Mexico, and Jr. left the door open in that conversation like he knows maybe of a couple other dominoes in the track schedule realm that may fall. So I think there could be some other changes coming that we just haven't heard about yet. Checkered flag, Sammy Smith. That's going to go to Jonathan Heitzman. 3 out of 75. Sensational signatures, Ryan Vargas. We got 3 Ryans on the checklist, and he's not one of them. So that goes to Joey. Deuces from Ryan Vargas. Silver Pulsar Bobby Allison. Going to Joey. That is 53 out of 399. Cole Custer Silver. I'm not getting sick. I'm trying to. I don't know if anybody else gets this or not, but I ate ice cream just right before we started this, and usually if I eat ice cream, I need something to drink right after, and I didn't get anything to drink. I finished my ice cream and came downstairs and got started, and so anyway. Looks like it burnt. Oh yeah, absolutely, JJ. You know how we do it. Yeah, I don't think I agree, Scott. I don't think they're tied into keeping the schedule rigid like it was. I think they're open to changing things around. I think, so I've been working on something I'll share with you guys eventually. 223 of 299, Josh Berry going to Dale Cobb. I've been putting together it's my ideal schedule. If basically, like, hey, if they put me in charge of making the NASCAR schedule for next year, this is what it would look like. I've almost got it done. So when I have it done, I'll post it. And then I'll challenge you guys, if you guys want to make something up similar, or, you know, we can talk back and forth about our opinions on it. 99 of 199, Blue Austin Dillon for Michael Clay. Victory Lane Harvick. Thanks, Sarah. Still love that photo every time I see it. Silver Pulsar Rusty. Belongs to Billy Joe. $58 out of $3.99. Got a silver Bowman. Groovy, baby. DJ. if you're somebody that didn't see my personal post, I think it was 2 days ago now. Yeah, because today's Thursday, so I posted it Tuesday. The World of Outlaw sprint cars are coming out with a card set, or did come out with a card set. They released it. It was kind of a soft release Tuesday night that nobody really knew about. It just, if you were sort of in the loop, you were in the loop, so to speak. 154 of 399, Jeff Gordon going to Storm Ghost. And then the big release day was Wednesday. Scripps, Ryan Blaney. Nice Blaney auto going to Mark Springer. That's cool. Different, too, with the body armor colors for him. Nice auto for Blaney. So anyways, they released on Wednesday with the World of Outlaw cards, and they sold out on Wednesday. I think they were sold out about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday online, and then a few hours later at Knoxville, they were sold out at the racetrack too. So they have officially sold out. It does sound like they're going to maybe do another print run. I don't know if they'll be the same or if they're just doing a new, like a, Series 1, Series 2, or what the situation was, but red Justin Allgaier, 273 of 299, going to Jonathan. But at any rate, those should be coming. I've already got tracking for mine. And once I have those, we'll open them. I got 10 packs, so I'll probably open, 3 or 4, maybe 5. And then probably save the other however many left. Might save the others in case we got a few sprint car fans that want to do a little mini break together, or if nobody's interested in that, maybe I'll save them as like a giveaway for something. So Matty D going to Bob Kroger, 202 of 399. We got blue Eric Almirola going to Johnny. That's 59 out of 199. Pot of gold, Bubba Wallace. Red Jesse Love goes to Sea Salt. Will says he'll do a sprint car break. 271 of 299 for Jesse. Yeah, and it would be a cheap break. I guess I didn't give you guys all the details on how they released these. So they were $5 a pack. And there's 21 people. I say people because they're not all drivers. There's 15 drivers and 6, I think, personalities, including Johnny Gibson, who's the voice of the World of Outlaws. I think everybody that requested a card set would have said Johnny Gibson needs to be included. Nice. Patented penmanship, Carl Edwards autograph. Going to JR. Casey Kane is not in it. Casey Kane is part of High Limit Sprint Cars. He is not part of the World of Outlaws. 18 of 49, Carl Edwards. Kyle Larson is also not part of that. The main drivers that everybody's probably going to be at least semi-familiar with would be David Gravel, Yeah, 18 of 49, Carl Edwards. David Gravel's run a few, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 truck races at various times, I think. And then you've got guys like Sheldon Hodenshield, which is Jack Hodenshield's son, Logan Shugart, which is the grandson from Bobby Allison. 135 of 399, Cole Custer. Going to Charlie. Donnie Schatz is in that, yes. Absolutely, Donnie Schatz is in it. I think probably Bill Balog. 24 of 199 on Allgaier. Going to Jonathan, but those first 4 or 5 names will be the big chase, kind of the drivers that everybody's going to be the most familiar with. Yeah, Carson Macedo's in it. Yep. Yeah, and I don't know if Macedo ever drove for Larson. Boy, that's digging deep into the archives. He might have. Red, Ryan Blaney going to Mark Springer. 148 of 299. He might have. Silver Busher. But anyways, like I was saying, the packs were $5 a piece, so super affordable packs. I think it was smart for them to go. Scott and I were talking about this privately yesterday. I think it was smart for them to go, without autographs and stuff like that, and just make them cards, and make it affordable. 66.99 for the groovy red Bill Elliott, going to Brian Jacobs. And that's the end of box number 1. So if we did a break with those cards, obviously 5 packs, it's going to be a super cheap break. Like, probably just, most of the drivers are going to be like $2 probably. I would say. So, but you're not, like I said, you're not getting any autographs. There are some dual cards, I think, and there's also some serial numbered cards or foil cards I think they're numbered to 100. So there are a couple fun little things to chase. You've gotten a couple things, Joey. Nothing earth-shattering, but you've gotten a couple things already with that unlisted spot for sure. We got gold coming in hot with pack 1 out of box 2. Groovy Kenseth, Tyler Ankrum, Silver Pulsar. I think that's Danica's colors, yeah. Gold, Danica Patrick. Going to Storm Ghost. 2 out of 10. Boy, the only thing that might have made that better would be to be a double door. But we'll take that. We'll take that for sure. Nice hit for Danica. Going to Storm Ghost. Yeah. That does not suck. Tyler Ankrum, Silver Pulsar. Going to Joey. 81 of 399. I got to get to work on our mail sale tomorrow. I have not done as much as I normally do at this point in the week when we're doing a mail sale, so I got to get it in gear tomorrow. Red, Mark Martin. Going to Andy Heisey. Rip It Siren. 143 of 299. Silver, Kyle Busch. And National Pride, John Hunter Nemechek. I don't know how many of you are on TikTok, but there's a TikToker. They do these memorabilia breaks. And it's, I think, a husband and wife, or I don't know, but it's a female that's like the front person for it. And I swear, she's always wearing a football jersey. And she's either wearing really, really, really short shorts that you can't see, or she's just not wearing anything under the jersey as far as pants are concerned. Probably because the jersey fits her like almost like a dress in a way. But I'm sure that's also like a shtick for getting people to watch. So Carson Quapple going to Jonathan Heitzman. But anyway, on theirs, because I've watched it a couple times, just because I wanted to see is she ever going to have pants on, or like I don't even follow them; it just pops up. But anyways, they do this thing where when people do like they call it a dome, when you get a personal box of, it's like say you buy a personal football helmet. 104 $3.99 for Davey Allison goes to Dale Cobb. So when you do one of those, there's like this light show and like all this stuff that goes on. I swear, I think they have like a fog machine in the room, and I'm like, good Lord, like that's a lot of stuff going on. Eric Almirola blue, 76 of 199 for Johnny. Soundboard, yeah. I had bought years ago. I bought my dad you guys remember Staples when they had the That Was Easy button? Red Matty D going to Bob Kroger, 157 of 299. I think he still has it on his desk at my mom's house. I need a button like that. Like when we pull a 101, you just hit the button and it says That Was Easy. Christian Eck silver. Silver Pulsar Matt Mills. I think after this pack, we'll open some more penny sleeves. 311 of 399 going to Joey. And then we got a blue Bubba Wallace for Paul Wolf. 98 of 199. That's kind of a thing that I am a big fan of. I know there were some people that were a little bit down on Prizm this year. But one thing that I really did like is that there's no, and at least the hobby side. Now, I think there's some retail stuff as far as some of those colored ice. But as far as the hobby boxes go, there's no colored non-numbered except silver. So if you see a colored parallel in a hobby box, they're numbered. I like that. Red, Andres Perez. Going to Sea Salt. $258 of $299. Silver, Bobby Labonte. And Victory Lane, Dale Jr. Whoa. Got a purple Terry Labonte. $73 of $99. Didn't fully yeah, I don't quite know why there was so much hate towards it either. I honestly thought it was pretty good. Sensational Signatures, Mojo, Harrison Burton. $19 of $25 for Harrison, going to Charlie. Let's put Harrison up there on the stand for a minute without blinding you guys. Hopefully that's not too bad on you guys. I mean, my favorite product from 2024, without a doubt, would have been Select. I really liked Select. But, you know, Select's very similar product in a lot of ways. Similar price point. Similar packs. Similar amount of cards. Same amount of hits. Like, there's a lot of similarities, so. Purple Austin Dillon, $18 of $99, goes to Michael Clay. Ty Gibbs silver. Groovy Richard Petty. I think Select 25 Select's going to be pretty good too. I've heard just just a few little things here and there, and it sounds like it's going to be a good product. So, I've also just hearsay. It sounds like that 25 Select is going to be here sooner than we think. So, we may not be waiting much longer for Select to come out. Dale Jr. going to Zach Brenner, $282 of $399. AJ Allmendinger, blue. $17 out of $199 for Johnny. And pot of gold, Jimmy Johnson. Red, also going to Zach Brenner. 24 out of 99. Chandler Smith, red. Going to Brandon Palmer. 63 out of 299. And we got silver Richard Petty. And National Pride, Lane Riggs. Let's go from the back because I think we got an auto. Pot of Gold, Jeff Gordon. Silver Pulsar, DW. And Sensational Signatures, Riley Herbst with the autograph. Riley's going to go to Jerry in the filler. Nicely done, Jerry. Jerry's been on the sidelines for a little bit while he was trying to figure out PayPal, and he was one of my Cash App guys that when I stopped using Cash App, it really threw a monkey wrench in his plan. 253 of 399, and obviously I didn't intend for that to happen, but it is what it is, you know. DW going to Sarah, so glad to have Jerry back with us. Who, me? No, couldn't be. Hey, you got her sorted out. Actually, I owe you $1, Jerry. Red Lawless Allen. So the next time you get in a break, remember that I owe you $1. 199 of 299. Going to Johnny. Silver Bobby Allison. And Victory Lane, Cousin Carl. That's number 2. Box 3. Empty, empty. Carson Hocevar, silver Pulsar. It's going to go to JJ. $333 of $399. And we got silver Davy Allison. Do we have any video game players in our group? Pot of Gold, Chase Elliott. I know Tom Chan is way into video games, but I think he's into other types of games. What I'm getting at is I'm pretty excited about the new NASCAR game coming out. I don't think it comes out till October, but it sounds pretty cool. I think a lot of people are excited about it. Red Carl Edwards going to JR. 76 of 299. So I don't know if there's a way, I guess once the game comes out, we'll know more. But maybe there'll be a way where we could set up a group race or something. Silver NASCAR, silver Ricky Stenhouse Jr. NASCAR Heat. Yeah. Yeah, this one's got that, you know, they've used iRacing for a lot of their, you know, back end stuff. iRacing's been heavily involved. Well, and Dale Jr.'s been very involved. For that matter. Red, Daniel Suarez going to Dale. But anyway, I was just thinking it'd be cool if we could set up like a group race, or maybe there's like a league where you can race amongst ourselves. Or 182 of 299 red Prizm. What system do you have? We have an Xbox. It's an Xbox Series S. It's the one where you don't have any physical games. You download everything. Sensational Signatures, Jeff Burton. Goes to Dale Waters. Here, we could do this. Do a little father-son up there. National Pride, blue, Sheldon Creed. We have an Xbox, and as you guys know, my son uses it a lot. 10 of 49. Sheldon Creed going to JJ. But I like to play mostly sports. So, you know, that's really about it. I like, you know, football. I'll play football, basketball, baseball. Like, I have the college football 25 or 24, whatever it was from last year. And I know the new Madden, I think, came out today. I'm not one of those that rushes to get the newest thing. There's not that much that changes from year to year. So, like, I'm playing last year's Madden. 392 of 399. John Hunter for JR. I like playing golf. I have the World of Outlaws. I have the World of Outlaws game, and I play it a lot. But I basically never play online, so I'll have to figure out how to... I mean, I know how to do it, sort of. And obviously, my 7-year-old can teach me how to do it. 193 of 199. Truex going to James Ward. So... But I think it'd be cool if there's a way we can all play together. That'd be fun. Set up a race, you know, like a weekly race or something. And then, you know, Nick, I don't know what you can or can't do with the game, obviously. So, but I was just thinking it'd be cool if you could set up, like, if we could just say, hey, every week at this time we're gonna have a race, and you know, if you can make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. You know, it's not like 392 of 399. Almirola going to Johnny. Yeah, same, Scott. So what I do, Scott, talking about turning a team into a powerhouse. So what I like to do is I like to play with, like, Ohio University, which is only 40 minutes down the road from us. And obviously they're not known for football. So, you know, when you take over them, at the beginning, they're ranked, like, their overall ranking is like a 70 or a 69 maybe. Like, they're not good. They're just, like, barely average, you know? So that's... I actually really struggle when I'm like if I'm Ohio State and I try to do a dynasty or so, I really struggle with them. I don't know if it's because I think I should be able to play better than I can. I don't know. 98 of 299, JJ. Going to Zach Brenner. But that's about all I play is sports stuff. I've got an old golf game that I really enjoy. Silver Ross Chastain. we have that Xbox Game Pass because my son likes to download new games so often that it's cheaper for us to pay that, whatever it is. It's not very much for the Game Pass. It's cheaper for us to do that than to buy games every time he wants a new game. And a lot of the games that he plays are on Game Pass anyway. So, like, I think we've only bought him maybe 2 or 3 games, and they were all cheap, the games. Like, nothing. So, Carson Quapple, purple, 78/99, going to Jonathan. Ryan Newman going to Jerry. Blue Prizm Newman. 73/199. Groovy Jimmy. Yeah, so we'll see when the new game comes out. We'll see what the capabilities are of the game, and then if we can't have like a recurring thing, maybe just every once in a while we can all get together and play and have a race. It'd be fun, even if it's just a giant mess. It'd be fun. Austin Dillon going to Michael Clay. $3.99 of $3.99. Last one made. We got a Scripps Tommy Joe Martins autograph. That's going to go to Joey. Switch more than Xbox, yeah. We have a Switch too that, so my daughter likes the Switch. My daughter likes playing on the Switch, and she'll play, like, there's a Mario Golf game that we like to play. And obviously the Wii Sports or whatever that is, she likes playing those. And I like playing that stuff too. And then there's some other Mario games. Like there's Mario Party and Mario Kart that, like, literally everybody in our house plays together, and we have fun with that. The Xbox is kind of really our son's thing, and then I'll play with him on occasion with it. $1.95 of $3.99. Zane Smith goes to Jacob because I can play it in bed. I don't have to go downstairs. Yeah. I'm not like that, Scott. I can't, I'm not, so there's like 2 types of people. There's there's the type of person that, kind of likes to be in their bed, and you guys, if you're one of those types of people, you can, play video games in bed, you can read in bed, you can have a snack in bed, whatever it is, like, you guys are totally comfortable in bed, right? Like, and usually those people tend to go to their bed earlier in the evening. They may stay up just as late as anybody else. They just spend more hours in there. $138 of $2.99. I'm not one of those people. Red BK going to Storm Ghost. I'm the type that I don't go get in my bed until my eyes are so heavy that, I'm ready to fall asleep. I'm not and I think part of that is because I do not enjoy laying in bed when I can't sleep. Like, it's just annoying to me. I don't know why, because it really isn't. There's nothing to be annoyed with. I mean, we have a TV in our bedroom, and 9 times out of 10 when I go to bed, my wife's got Pirates of the Caribbean or American Pickers or something that I like on. So I shouldn't be annoyed, but I'm that one that I can't go to bed until I'm literally ready to fall asleep. So Sensational Signatures, Chris Buescher, blue. 8 out of 49 for David Brinkman. Purple William Sawalich. Going to Billy Joe. 2 and 99. Missing the door by 1. That close. Just that close. Another Sawalich. Blue. We're just building the rainbow in this pack for Billy Joe. 181 and 199 on that one. Now my wife has always, ever since we've been together, my wife's always been the other type where she can go, the bed is like her, place where she's at all the time. And she's always been early to bed, and early to get up in the morning. And I'm the complete opposite. Checkered flag, Natalie Decker. 3 of 75. Going to Zach. Looking for one nice Prizm color for our kids' box. Shouldn't be too hard, huh? You wouldn't think. Carolina Blue, Thad Moffitt. 37 of 49. And Cendric finishes off box 3. Yeah, you wouldn't think it would be too hard, but well, it's officially Friday here on the East Coast. So, happy Friday to all of my local East Coasters. And if you're in a different time zone, we're not going to get to midnight for you. We're going to be done before then. So So happy TGIF tomorrow to all of you Central and West Coasters. Oh my gosh, yeah, Sarah. We did that a couple years ago, and that is an expensive trip. Disney will hurt your wallet in every way. Everything is expensive. Red, Martin Truex Jr. $255 of $299. Got a silver Chase Briscoe. National Pride Kyle Busch. Yeah, it's a lot. When are you going to Disney, Sarah? Silver Pulsar Riley Herbst. Going to Jerry. $377 of $399. We got a Sensational Signatures Lane Riggs. That belongs to Will Black. Yeah, until you got to pay. Exactly. Then you're like, shit. January. Victory Lane, Kyle Larson, red. Larson won tonight at Knoxville for his qualifying night of the Knoxville Nationals. 67/99. He's going to look to be a three-peat winner of the Knoxville Nationals if he can win this year. He has won 3 out of the last 4 Knoxville Nationals, which is quite an accomplishment in itself, but he's won the last 2. And, again, looking for a three-peat, so that would be pretty epic. I would think January would be a good time to go. Weather-wise, it'll be good. We went at the end of June, or no, middle of June, and that was not good. We about died. 338 of 399. Kevin Harvick for Will Blackman. Silver C. Bell. Yeah, it'll still be packed. No matter when you go, Disney will be packed. I think it'll be slightly less packed in January, though. Probably the best month you could have picked, honestly. So I think you made the right choice there. Yeah, it's still you're gonna be blown away. So I don't want to like burst your bubble all at once. I think you'll be blown away at how packed it is in January, because it'll be packed, but it won't be as bad as it could have been, I don't think. 245 of 299 going to Joey. Like I said, I think you picked the best month possible. Plus, everybody's, after Christmas, people will have less money after Christmas. Riley Herbst, Carolina Blue, 36 of 49 going to Jerry. Yeah. Have you guys been there before, Sarah? Kids present. Yeah, that's what we did. It was our kids' Christmas present a couple years ago. And they really, I think we got them like stockings. And maybe, I don't know, maybe like 1 or 2 little things to open, but that was their Christmas gift. And that was a big Christmas gift. But we didn't get to do it until June. When we were younger, before we were married, you guys went, oh, okay. 268 of 399. Yeah, I had been before when I was younger. I'm 41. I went when I was like 6 or 7. And then I went again when I was, so I went to Disney World when I was like 6 or 7. Went to Disneyland out in California when I was probably 13, maybe 12, 13. Something like that. And then when I was working for the Blimp, got to go back to both again. Somewhere around 2007-ish. 2007, 2008. Sensational signatures. Tony B. Going to Kurt. Are you guys, Sarah, are you staying at a Disney, like a Disney resort? Or are you staying off the property somewhere else? Like, Jeremy Clements, red, going to Joey. 31 of 299. Blue Haley Deegan is going to go to Brian Jacobs. 25 of 199. So you're staying on the property. Okay. When we went, this last time when we went, we got an Airbnb house that was about 1.5 miles or 2 miles from Disney. And I would highly, I mean, my wife booked it, but I would highly recommend it. The house we got was really nice. We had our own pool. Like the house had its own pool. The kids' rooms were all like Disney themed stuff. There was a lot of stuff right in that area, like as far as restaurants and things. And we were able to go to the grocery store and, get stuff because there was I think a Publix right down the street. 99 of 399, Andres Perez, Silver Pulsar. There was a Walmart down the street too. The first night we were there, we went to Walmart, and man, that was nuts. I have never seen a Walmart so crowded in my life. Literally. And then we discovered there's a Publix like another 1/4 mile further up the road, and I'm like, oh, if we need anything else, that's where we go, because it was far less crowded than Walmart. Yeah, I can see the pros of staying on the property because the convenience. You're not paying for parking. You're not having to walk because most of those resorts will get you right to the front gate in one way or another. So there's a lot to be said for that, for either option. I was just curious. I don't think there's a right way. 007 out of 299. William Sawalich for Billy Joe. Austin Hill going to Tony Jordan. $96 of $199. Blaney National Pride. We had more. So the other thing to consider, we had more than just our family. So it was us, the 4 of us, and then we also had my mom with us, and we also had Chelsea's parents drive over when they were, obviously they were still living in Florida at the time. They drove over from St. Pete. So we had 7 of us. So that, that's another variable. 344, 399. Ross Chastain going to Storm Ghost. But I mean, it's fun. You just got to keep your patient pants on. That's all. That's all I can say. As long as Matt's parents are going, yeah. As long as everybody, is fairly laid back in the group that you have, and nobody's like super anxious around big crowds or whatever, you'll be, obviously. But it's fun. I mean, it is what it is, Austin Cindric Red. We had a lot of fun over at Disney Springs, I think is what they call it. 52 at $299 for Cindric. And that goes to Scott Dixon through the filler. I think it's called Disney Springs. And it's like a whole... It's not on Disney necessarily. I mean, I think it is, but it's a separate thing. You don't have to pay to get in. Scripps Ross Chastain going to Storm Ghost. You might have to pay to park there. I can't remember, but like I said, we had a good time over there. We went over there a couple of times that week while we were there. Little less crazy over in that area too. So, 199 of 399. 99 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 Checkered flag, Rusty Wallace. Going to Billy Joe. 25 out of 75. I didn't realize, somebody said that Rusty does not particularly care for signing autographs. I forget who told me that. Silver Priest. I mean, I guess he'll do it, you know, but I guess he's not really. Somebody told me that if you ever try the through the mail thing, don't waste your time with him because he won't sign it. They'll just return them. So I don't know. But he still signs for Panini, so. Silver Pulsar William Byron going to Nick Marquette. My guess is maybe he just doesn't want to deal with the stuff being mailed to him and all that. 177 of 399, because I'm sure that could be a headache. Unless you got somebody that's kind of organizing it all for you. Blue Ben Rhodes. Ben Rhodes is going to go through the filler to Scott Dixon. 151 of 199. And that's going to do it for Prizm with the pot of gold. Denny as the last card. He'd always do autos through. Maybe he got sick of it. His son used to organize it all. Yeah, and maybe and I may have heard that from a source that just didn't know what they were talking about too, Tim. Because, like I said, I just heard that from somebody. I don't know that it to be factual, other than it was just like a passing thought of, yeah, he doesn't typically care to sign a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't. And it was like I said, and it was somebody that was talking about mailing stuff to drivers to sign, and the person said, just don't even bother. So maybe they just had a bad experience too. Or maybe they sent too many things. You know, I know a lot of athletes will sign, you know, one or maybe two things. If you send them 4 or 5, they might just send it back. You know what I mean? Like they might be like, okay, that's a bit much. So I don't know. All right, recap. We had Scripps Ross Chastain going to Storm Ghost. Sensational Signatures Red, Jeff Burton. Mojo Sensational Signatures, Harrison Burton. Lane Riggs, Chris Buescher, Blue. Scripps Tommy Joe. Riley Herbst. Scripps Ryan Blaney. Carson Quapple. Carl Edwards, Blue, patented penmanship. And Ryan Vargas. And then on the stands, we got the Tony B Sensational Signatures. And the gold Prizm Danica Patrick. Congrats again, Storm Ghost, with that one. Very nice. So, that's it for tonight. Appreciate everybody's support very much. I know that was kind of a pivot with Donruss still kind of being fairly new. But I'd had some people messaging me saying, hey, I know Donruss is a new product, but you think you can sneak something else in there? So we'll get back to Donruss on Sunday with our Blaster case break on Sunday. So good chance to get some different stuff out of the blasters. And a lot of hits in that blaster case too, because there's 1 hit per box. So never know what we're going to find in that. But next up for us Saturday night is the mail sale. So like I said, I will get working on mail sale stuff. I have done less than I normally do, so I got to get busy with it tomorrow for sure. So, yeah, mail sale Saturday, 9 to 11. Todd says mail sale 8 or 9. 9 o'clock. It'll start at 9, Todd. I know we've been starting at 8, but now that we're kind of we're kind of switching gears back to fall schedule. So 9 o'clock to 11. Just kind of a standard mail sale. I might do a pull box at the end if there's interest. But for the most part, pretty standard mail sale this time around. So, again, that's really all I got for tonight. So I appreciate everybody's support. Hopefully see everybody here on Saturday for the mail sale. And until then, we will see y'all next time.